One group has decided to stay at our lighthouse and figure out as much as they can. The other knows they're in need of Bluetail if they plan on getting out of here.
I spit, and it's a black, oily substance. Angie was in that sub.
We have more troubles than just this structure coming down.
I need help. Ow, ow, ow. It doesn't matter what I meant to do, Charlie. It matters what I did.
I can try, but you gotta let me.
If I come back to bodies or anything, and I'm just going to go away.
In the dark, you hear Flo's voice.
I'm here.
Flo?
I'm over here.
I'm gonna beeline towards it.
There is a fog or a film. It's not quite darkness that is over your eyes at this moment. You have let Constance take control, and take control she will. But the moments of that occurring, when you let go, is sort of letting go over everything, so you don't necessarily have the consciousness in that moment to be able to know your surroundings or what exactly is happening or anything that's going on. It doesn't last very long. It's maybe a minute maximum, but it's enough that it's like blinking your eyes a couple of times and realizing sort of what space you are in. And as you blink, you see black, glass-like cave walls.
So not where I was.
Nope.
I'll look at my trapped extremity.
It is there, and it is free.
And I can feel.
You can feel.
Alright. Well, I guess I owe you one.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Quite a few, actually.
Where have you deposited me?
No idea, Quincy. I walked through the wall.
You kept going.
I kept going. I figured we'd get stuck here or we'd die here, so I just kept going.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't think of that. So, wall is there.
It was.
I'm going to turn around and, like, not touching it, but look at the wall.
There's no
Blue
wall.
glow, nothing else.
It is darkness.
It is darkness.
And cave.
Okay, well, if wall was there, I'm going to turn around and start walking that way.
Towards where the wall was?
Towards where the wall was.
Okay. As you begin to turn around towards where the wall was and walk that direction, you walk for how long you want to walk in Black Cave.
So nothing is changing. As I walk
Nothing.
forward, every step looks like the same as the last one. I'm probably not going to go too far forward before I realize there's some futility. So knowing before that my bleed detector had given me a direction to the light, I have no clue how far away from it I am, but if I at least can get a direction, that can help me. So I'm going to pop it on and see if I can get any kind of reading for anything that might show me at least a heading to go.
You putting it in the air?
Yeah, I'm going to pop it on and just hold the bell up.
Not really.
Like, do the whole cell phone signal thing all over again.
Not really.
Nothing. Okay. Is anybody on their way?
Nothing.
Hello? Anybody listening? Anybody on their way? Okay. I will continue to walk a little bit more, holding the blue tail out in front of me. And as I go, I'm probably going to scan it a little slowly. Now I'm going to walk slowly and see if I can find any cracks, imperfections, any variations at all in what I'm seeing.
There are cracks and variations, but they are of a natural occurrence that you would see within a cave in the middle of the sea.
Okay.
It doesn't appear like the walls are crafted or fabricated or not tangible or anything besides a cave.
Okay. I'll start as I go along, pounding on the walls. As I go, I'm probably going to get a little bit more vigorous in it. Like, not so much just for my education, not just for me to figure out where I am, but to see if I can maybe get some sound through for anybody to hear. And I'm assuming that's futile. That's what I'll do. I'll pound for a little bit, see if anything happens. And I'll probably start calling out as well.
What are you calling?
Hey guys! Hello! Anybody here? Hello? I think a voice comes through that says the same thing back to me. My voice. Hello? Can you hear me? Is anybody there? But not from me.
You hear a pattern of that voice coming back, echoing almost through the walls of the cave, like it's mimicking you.
I'm going to, of course, react like looking around, seeing if I can get a beat on it. Hello? Hello? Who's there? And I think this one probably says, Quincy, who's there?
Oh.
At which point in time, I've got a great shiver up my back, and my whole body's probably just gone tense, like. Who? This is Quincy. Who's there?
At the call of your own name from your own mouth, there is silence.
Like silence as in just not a return, or like
no
volumes
return.
Off? Okay.
No one is answering you anymore.
I'm right now struggling with whether I want to walk toward what was clearly my voice, but clearly not my voice, or if I want to run as fast as I can the opposite way. And I've got a feeling I will start holding the blue tail out in front of me and take a few steps toward it, but these are going to be like the slowest little, like, sidestepping, like I'm expecting right now somebody to be pranking me and do a jump scare out at any second. And I'm just like, you know, as careful and trepidatious with every movement as I can be.
As you walk forward in this weird spot in your brain of like, I'm about to be fully jump scared by something that sounds like me and has fleed upon me conversing back with it, or at least disappeared in some way, shape, or form. Every step you take feels like it echoes through the halls of this cave. And it doesn't just feel sound-wise, like you can hear it echo. It feels like when you take a step, you know something else is stepping with you. But you don't see anything and you don't hear anything. You just continue to step, and it steps with you. And it steps with you, and it steps with you. And there's no voice inside your head snarking at you or saying anything. It's just silence, and it's you in these halls and in the dark. As much light as the blue tail gives, it's not that much.
Sure.
And as you get closer, there is a wind that comes across your face, and your entire body starts to feel like it's being lifted off of you piece by piece. Like your fingernails are coming off and your skin is lifting from the muscle and separating from the bone.
Okay. So I'm going to go panic mode. I don't think there's anything I could do. I will be screaming and trying to think if I even have the sense right now to just start running or moving or
Take a
anything
brain.
besides take a brain.
Man. Leave my boy Quincy alone.
As you scream, you hear the voice that was you scream with you.
I'm going to take off running.
Which way?
Straight, just forward. I'm not even thinking about it right now. This is so much. I probably at this point in time don't even remember which direction I was moving. So just a flat out run in whatever direction I was facing until either something happens or I just collapse from not being able to run any longer.
You run for as long as you can, and we move to Walter. Walter, you have just heard Flo call out to you.
Yeah. So I'm, like I said, I'm heading in that direction immediately. I have a bum knee, but outside of that, I'm going as fast as I can, you know. And I think I'd call again. Flo, is that you?
It's me. I'm over here.
What's your brother's name?
Hurry.
I'm not stopping. I'm still going in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Please, it's Charlie. Help.
What's wrong with Charlie?
There was something by the tangle floor. Something in the tangle floor got him.
How can I tell how far away this voice is from me?
Pretty close.
Okay. I'm coming. Just stay right there. And I'll go as close as I can till I find the source of it.
You go forward towards the source of Flo's voice, and you see Flo. She is sort of curled against a wall, just a part of the cave, and there is a couple more sort of outward hallway clearings beside her.
I'm gonna keep my distance, just because, you know, Walter is experienced with phenomena, but also does have a lot of affection for these folks. So, I mean, he's not gonna leave the chance that Flo's also down here and not go to her. How'd you get here?
I don't know, the walls are just around me. How did you get here?
I ran down the hallway, one of the hallways.
Where's Quincy?
Quincy was, last I knew, in the bottom of the lighthouse. We were just taking a survey of what all was around.
What did you find?
I didn't find anything yet. Very quickly, he radioed on the comms, and I heard a smattering of what he said. Not every bit of what he said. It was floor and quickly help. And so I started running in that direction, and I couldn't find him because the hallway split off where it's not usually. And so I just picked the middle one, and here I am now.
I start crying. I just curl up in a ball and start crying.
I'm moving closer to her at that point. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Where's Charlie now? You said Charlie's hurt?
The tangle floor, he's alone out there. And Quincy's alone, and I'm alone, and
you're not. Hey,
and you're
together.
alone.
No, I'm not.
You're alone.
No, we're here.
You're alone. You're alone.
And Flo disappears.
And I'm gonna, no regard for self-preservation, I'm gonna hit the wall as hard as I can.
Take a body.
I, shake my hand, I'm rubbing it. And, there's 2 clearings, is that what you said?
Yes.
can I just look around them for any abnormality as to what I've seen? This is an anomaly. I've just seen the same
Yes.
hallway thus far. So.
They appear to be natural, but more like dead-end rooms or hovels, not hallways.
Is there any furnishing?
In one of them there is. In the other there is, you'd have to go in to find out.
I'll go into the second.
Okay, the one without the furnishings?
The one without. Yeah.
Roll sense.
It's a 1.
Roll survey.
It's a 3.
Oh, okay. As you enter, the room begins to spin a little, and it kind of sets you off a little in your stride. You don't quite fall, but there's a bit of needing to recollect, like you are on a ship and it's sort of moving in the water. And as you begin to look, you don't see anything but black, cold, wet walls of obsidian caves. But when you look towards the base, there appears to be a really old, rusted chain into the walls of this cave.
I'm gonna go to it and look around it first of all. And there's nothing attached to it, it's just chain.
There is a, what looks like a collar attached to the end.
Oh no. Oh.
Regard that and go to the other furnished room.
As you start to exit, you can hear Flo's voice again as it reverberates in the room. But it's not words per se, it's just her voice.
I've been around too long to let you sway me from what I'm here to do. I've been on this earth, maybe not as long as you have, you freak creature. But I've been around the block. I know Flo. And don't try that with Charlie or Quincy either. Or the president or the premier or whatever, whoever you might want to be. I know you better than you might think. I'm going to try and exit the room.
It rumbles. It growls. And it lets you exit. Do you go to the other one? You enter into the other one, and this one has things you recognize. It is a steel table with some furnishings of journals and paperwork left on it that don't seem to be touched by water in any capacity. There is empty crates and broken boxes with nothing left in them, but they seem like they are damaged, and lids are thrown off or cracked in areas. And you see a turned over, really tall steel sort of shelving where boxes that seem to have contained papers of some sort have been collapsed and thrown over.
I'm like, man, Quincy would have a field day in this joint. I'm out of my element, so I'm going to go to the thing I know best, the books. I'm going to grab the top one. I'm going to flip to the last page that has writing on it, if there is any writing.
There are writings that are torn. Some is divisible. It sort of is reminiscent to you of what you guys do for your daily report, but written version. But most of the pages are torn out or destroyed.
Any dates?
No dates.
I'm gonna... Can I roll sense and try and figure out if there's any like lingering
You
here. That is a 1.
There is a feeling of numbness that is coming from some of the papers in this box. But as you begin to differentiate which ones are that same numbness and which ones don't carry that feeling, the box begins to mold and shift, and bones and skulls and pieces that have fractured off of people begin to come up from the box. And they don't feel like they are coming towards you, but inevitably, as they come from this box, they are scraping and grabbing against you. Take a body. And they claw over the sides, and this creating box that is sort of melding with the pieces of their skeleton so that the crate itself is a person, and you are now digging through the chest of a person and separating their organs as you use these papers.
I feel like I'm pretty squeamish. I don't think I'm continuing that endeavor any further. I think I'll, keep hold of the ones that I felt a numbness on and scurry away.
As you pull
quickly.
away, nothing goes to grab you. This is a body. But you scrape yourself against some of these things and you begin to bleed, and you can feel that blood as it starts to come out whip its way backwards towards the body that you just came out of and go within it.
Oh, we're fucking with blood magic?
I'm gonna clasp my hand to that wound if possible.
It seeps through your fingers.
Can I tear a sleeve and try and bandage it?
You can. I'll let you do that.
Okay.
It soaks into the bandage, but does not seep through.
Okay. Don't let any more blood near that thing. Note to self. Don't love that.
No more blood.
Can I move it? Can I move the body?
If you want to.
I'm gonna pull my shirt up over my nose and mouth and inch toward it, because this isn't just gross now. It's a liability if it's gonna come alive at some point if my blood's going into it. So can I try and grab it by the ankles and drag it? I presume it has appendages in the same way that...
It does.
Okay.
As you grab the ankles, you crush them in your hand. And you have crushed bone that was body that is bone, and the feet that you have crushed off wiggle as they twitch like a little being that you've severed from the rest of its body, and it crumbles and it sort of makes like a
Ew.
and it withers.
Good. I'm just glad nothing is coming out of me into that thing anymore. I'm not minding the spooky dancing feet. I'm glad the rest of it's not animated at the moment. Is there anything in the vials, or they're all broken beyond having anything in them?
The vials have a dark brown stain on them, but there is nothing in them.
Oh. I'm too intent on the history and salvaging and understanding of this place to let an opportunity like this go by before I skedaddle. And I'm not going to be able to do anything, but maybe Quincy can, so I'm going to try and grab one of the vials.
Okay. You can grab one.
Okay. Can I cork it or something? And
You can put it in your pack or whatever you have on you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
all right. I think I'm gonna exit with haste after that.
And you turn to leave and it growls again.
So it growls again. The clearing does, the cave does. Is this a locatable growl, or is it all encompassing? I'm gonna turn back around and look at what that fellow behind me's doing.
He's gone.
Oh.
Oh. Not him growling. I guess that's not the worst case scenario.
There is a scroll in his place.
Oh.
It begins.
Scrolls, yeah.
Where'd they go?
The scroll.
I'm going to the scroll and picking it up.
Roll sense.
Okay. Not my forte, famously.
You got this, buddy. Come on.
I believe
you.
you.
Got it. You got it. You got it. Big money, no whammies.
It's a 2.
Okay, great, yeah.
Not a whammy.
You can take the scroll with
Okay.
you. You are taking 3 points of bleed.
Oh, fun.
Oh.
No!
Is that something I can ascertain before I try and take it with me? Or
No.
You take the scroll
Oh.
and you take
Okay.
3 points
Yes,
of
ma'am.
bleed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are he and I too far away for anything? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not a scar yet, though. You're still.
It's not the 4th is a scar?
Yeah, the
true.
4th is the
Okay.
scar. Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Now,
But
my
you're
friend,
close.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to take the scroll. Turn around.
Okay.
Oh,
and take
there it
the
is.
scroll.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh, this is gonna be a jump scare.
Can I open it?
If you wish.
Yeah, he's a pursuer of knowledge by nature. It gets opened.
Oh god.
Understood? Okay.
What?
Okay.
You may show it, you don't have to. This is yours. You found it.
Okay. See this cryptogram?
Oh, shit.
You guys arrive at the lighthouse during this time.
All right. Start taking off the suit.
Dismantling.
I'm going to check to see if she is marked up in any way.
She is fine.
I vice versa.
He has weird blackish handprints where it would have grabbed him.
Oh my, Charlie, what happened? What is that? I don't have that. What is that?
They didn't get to you as much as they got to me, I think.
Does it hurt? I don't.
Take a point of bleed.
Me?
Yep.
Fuck. Okay.
Hey.
You can't retract touching it after you touch it.
Damn it.
I don't care if you said the words. For audio listeners, she touched it.
I touched it. Ow! Mm.
Okay, hey.
Are you okay? That
I'm,
hurts.
Hey, I'm okay.
That doesn't hurt you.
Let's not worry about that right now.
I
If
am
it's
gonna
hurting you-
worry
if it's
about
gonna
it,
hurt
Charlie.
you.
It's
Then
hurting
you back
you.
up. Sorry to yell.
It's fine. That really hurt. What the heck?
I'm going to take my bleed detector and kind of put it around the areas to see what kind of reading I'm getting off of it.
With the fewest words I can muster, it's going to click.
Oh.
So.
It's going a bit haywire there.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening?
So that is bleed.
Yeah.
That is. I'm going to find a way to take care of this. If that's the case, I can't be around anyone right now.
Why not?
Because that, and I point towards where
Well,
you just
I'm
got
fine.
hurt.
I just touched it. That's
Oh, you
my
want to touch
fault.
it again then?
No, but I
Then
can
you're-
stand
you're
near
not
you.
fine.
I'm fine.
Okay. I'm gonna take care of this. Flo, try to. You know what? I'll grab the comm. Hey, Doc. Walt, where are you guys at?
No answer.
That's really bad.
Dr. Quincy. I can't remember your last name right now.
It's Thomas.
It's Thomas? Okay. Dr. Quincy Thomas, can you report?
No answer.
It might not be Thomas.
Over.
Walter?
New.
That's really bad.
Okay, so we're gonna look.
Okay.
We're at the bottom.
Well, Walter said he was at the top, and Quincy said he was at the bottom, so we're not splitting up. No matter how funky you are right now, we're not splitting up.
Okay, but keep your distance.
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright. Start heading up.
As you walk up the stairs, you see black obsidian caves.
Of course.
Look
Do we-
back.
It is black obsidian caves.
I've kept my distance. Do I see the same thing? Great. Yeah. Do I?
Yeah,
Great. Fun. Okay.
I think you do.
Great. Do I see Charlie?
You do.
Okay. So, this is new. What? This isn't part of the lighthouse.
What's the temperature like in here?
Hmm.
Does the make of this area, is there any similarity to the make of the lighthouse itself? Like, if I know there were to be like a step and like a railing on the side, is that made in the same ways of the obsidian, or is it completely different?
Yes and no.
Okay.
There are not stairs or anything that would resemble man-made locale. There is a way to go up where stairs are. You are standing in a place that still goes up. You were on the stairs when it became caves.
Is there a way I could do a focus roll to find a path to continue forward then?
Sure.
I will take the 6.
Yes, so the layout for you appears very clear. There is, the pathway that this would take you on is the same pathway that would take you to 2 places. The library or Dr. Quincy's lab.
Hmm.
Alright. So we got the lab and we got the library.
We should maybe go to Quincy's office first and see what we can do about your stuff.
Alright.
You enter into the way that takes you to the obsidian cave, and as you step into what appears to be another dark cave, you find the lab. And you find Quincy.
Quincy?
Oh, good, Doc. Hey.
Hey! We've been calling you on the comms. Are you okay?
Oh, I didn't hear anything. The comms must be malfunctioning. You guys are back.
Yeah,
Great.
we're
How
back.
are you?
You need to look at, be careful, but you need to look at Charlie. Something's wrong.
You see these marks on me? She's also hurt. She needs some help.
I'm fine. I don't
She
have anything.
needs some help. She
Focus
touched
on him
it
first,
and it
please.
hurt her.
Focus on him first, please.
Where are you hurt? Where?
My hand, my fingers.
From the same thing he got hurt by.
By proxy?
Meaning,
I touched it.
I thought that was my job.
Well,
So you touched his wound.
you weren't answering the comms, so I had to touch something.
You touched his wound.
Yeah.
And that happened.
Yeah.
This is an after effect. We encountered something underneath. It like blue tendril-like hands. It wrapped around her. I was able to get her away from it, but it wrapped around me at the time.
But
And then
I don't have any of that.
Okay.
I was further in though.
Debatable, but okay.
This can't be a competition.
It's not a competition. I'm just saying
show me
that
the mark
you,
on your arm.
if it were, you were winning.
Quiet.
Sorry.
Both of you.
Sorry.
Show me the mark on your arm again. So I think I've learned my lesson from touching things. Don't actually touch it,
Okay.
but put your finger close to his and see what or put too close to the mark and see what happens. Just she's
Come
not
here.
going to touch you.
I'm not
Just see
touching
what
it.
happens.
Come here. You're being stubborn.
It's warm, but you don't feel anything.
You're really warm. What's up with that?
I run hot.
Okay. I mean, the hands that gripped us were freezing. It felt like they were touching my skin. It was like blue, bioluminescent hands were creeping in through the cracks of the tangle floor and gripping us, and it felt like it was touching. It felt like ice was touching me.
And it felt the same for you.
Yeah.
I think I need to get a sample. I'm going to go to my desk and grab my surgical tools, and
Okay.
I'm going to bring out my scalpel and give him a length of rope and say, bite down on this. It shouldn't hurt much.
What are
but
you doing? What are you
in case
doing?
It does. I cannot do an analysis with it on him.
Are you gonna amputate his arm? What are you doing?
I'm going to take the tiniest little sample.
Go ahead,
Trust
Doc.
me. And I'm going
Flo.
to step toward him with my scalpel and not take a tiny sample.
Roll strike for me.
Roll strike.
Am I able
That
to
is gonna
move
be-
against this?
No, you let him.
Okay.
At disadvantage, it is a 2.
Okay.
Okay. With a 2 as a failure, you can't necessarily move. But this is odd. This is odd.
Yeah.
And you are hot. You are a very, very warm person for things we understand. And things that maybe this Dr. Quincy does not understand. And so as he goes to do whatever violence he was going to do against your arm, he disappears.
What?
All right, thanks, Doc.
No, what? No, because what was that? What just happened? Quincy? He tried to stab you, and now what's happening? Do you know what's happening?
I have no idea, Flo.
You are too calm. You are too calm always. What is happening?
I'm not allowed to be calm.
No, not right now, you're not. Why am I the one that freaks out? I feel like I have rational, proportionate...
Because you're the one that always freaks out, Flo. You know you are.
Because this is freaky. This is... In all the time we've been here, nothing like this has ever happened. What's happening? You know something, and you're not telling me, and I'm kind of getting mad at you about that.
And everyone knows something, Flo. Why are you the only one that is left out of it? Why do you have to shutter yourself away from everyone when it gets intense like this?
I'm the one being confrontational here. I don't like this, Charlie. You're being mean.
Take a step towards her.
You're being mean. I take a step back. You're really warm. Walter, Dr. Quincy.
Magic Man, come out. Someone needs a bit of security.
What? Hey, that's...
Walt.
Walter, you can hear him.
Yeah, buddy. What's up?
Flo needs some help. She needs comfort.
It's not coming through your comm.
Charlie? Charlie!
You know what, Walt?
What, buddy?
I have a worry too about this place leaving us. The people that were left behind in this. You know how many names not stored in those books that were left behind? Those are people that made it out. The ones in the walls that I've been searching through are the ones that have perished while they are here.
Holy fuck.
You want to know how many names are in that no one gets to know,
And the
that
walls
no one
begin to
gets to
growl.
see? Hear them. Hear the voices of them all. I remember them very well. How is it that I can miss them? And how is it that you fear it? I want Hannah and Albert back. I want her back.
And you drop. And you are alone. And it is silent for you.
To be clear, he fell over or did he disappear?
You are alone.
Okay.
You dropped. You are silent. Dr. Quincy, how are you doing?
I wish I knew.
You tell me you were running in Black Obsidian Caves. Where'd you come out?
I came out in my lab, in my med bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I kind of just kept running through, probably for the first few steps at least, not even realizing where I was until I hit my exam table, and just the pressure of the impact of it sort of snapped me into, I'm not surrounded by Black Obsidian anymore.
You are in your lab. You are alone in your lab. Almost. Quincy, what the hell was that?
Far more up your alley than up mine. I don't know.
Okay, well, I think it's time we get the fuck out of here.
Well, if you've been paying attention, that was my crew and my plan. Honestly, though, I don't know how to do this. We need to get everybody back together and figure this out. And yes, I want to get out of here. Now.
Oh, fuck me. And you're intent on doing that with these stupid assholes you're here with?
Sometimes they might be stupid, but they can get the job done.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear the heartbeat? Can you go to the heartbeat?
I'll pop on my stethoscope and listen for it.
It's not here. Not in the lab.
Last place I heard it was up at the light, but I think I should probably try to find everybody before I go up to that.
I know, Quincy, but can you make it to the heartbeat? Look, I have not been, I don't know, dead for that long, but something weird comes when you're in this state, and I doubt I can tell it to stop, but if they are with it, maybe I can get to them?
Weird comes? What do you mean?
It's like you can, I don't know. I'm not with you anymore. I'm not over there. I'm in the in-between. There are things that come with the in-between. If they're in the in-between, maybe I can send a signal and send them somewhere, but I can't just access it by myself. Because I'm not dead, Quincy.
And you think being near the heartbeat is going to help you?
That or something that is connecting with that barrier. I don't care what it is, but I don't have access to whatever that is, Quincy.
Okay. I said I owe you one. This is gonna be the one. Let's make our way back up to the light. And I'll...
The walls are no longer caves for you. This is your lighthouse. You can make it to the light if you choose.
Okay. I'll head up.
You come across the cage with the ward around it and the light slowly moving inside.
Okay. Here we are. You better not ask me to touch it now.
That's exactly what I'm going to ask you to do, Quincy.
Fuck.
I'm going to ask you to touch it. And I'm going to ask you to give it all to me.
Oh.
And I know you know what that means.
Oh my god.
You cannot be serious. Listen, you have helped me, but do you think I'm gonna trust you with that?
No, you really shouldn't. But do you have any other options?
I'm gonna ignore her for a minute and hop back on the comms. Anybody there? Can anybody hear me?
No.
Fuck.
Actually, I'll rephrase.
Ooh,
But oh.
now I'm regretting calling.
Flo and Walter can hear you
Okay.
In the comms or?
on the comms.
Okay.
Quincy?
You can't hear them.
Quincy?
Doc.
Anybody, if you can hear me, respond now.
I'm responding.
Yes, buddy.
I'm responding.
We're here. Over.
Please,
Come on,
something's
guys.
wrong.
If you can hear me, this is not a joke. You need to get back to me right now.
I'm not kidding.
Where are you? Quincy, where are you?
Please.
Quincy, touch the light. Take 3 points of bleed.
Ooh.
Are you giving it all?
Oh, shit. Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Therefore, take no points of bleed.
Okie dokes.
Ooh.
That can only be good.
Surely.
Mm.
Whether you have realized it or not, as Quincy, this is a high-stakes scenario you are going to drop. You do not take a scar, because you
Okay.
did not take the bleed, but you are dropping.
Okay.
I'm going to move over to Walter. Hello, Walter.
Is that you saying that to me, or is that some?
Hello, Walter. That's a valid question.
Yes!
That's a valid question.
What's real anymore, people? What's real?
Is it you, Rachel?
Is it you?
You
Me?
wake up and you're back at home in your own bed. You never played Candela Obscura at all.
Oh my god.
As Charlie's voice rings out of the walls and it feels further and further away, and I come to terms with the grumbling of this volcanic stomach I'm inside. I am not pleased, but I am. There's a fire under my tail, you know. I think Walter takes this as like, all right, you know, fine, I'll read your stupid thing, and as I have the scroll in my hand, and I unravel it, I took bleed. Yes.
Yes.
What do you think of, as opposed to Walter doing this like his Sunday crossword puzzles? He immediately understands because of the bleed, he is fused in part to this artifact. So, as Walter shakily unfurls the scroll, what initially appears as some sort of code begins to fizzle and pop like bubbles, and it begins to reveal itself to him, and he can make it out as perhaps not a warning, but at the very least a report of why this place is abandoned. It says, "We are drowning down here. Whatever is happening is the work of a daemon or worse. I will not stay to find out. I'm issuing the order to abandon this Devil's Wall. And I think Walt's gonna peer it over and stash it in his satchel and peer around at his surroundings. I know that you're all still out there. I hope you're out there and not in here. Charlie, I know that wasn't you. But whatever it was, I'm not wholly discounting it. Whoever you are, I recognize that the victims of this place didn't have the luxury of writing logs, of documenting what happened to them down here. If you are one of those victims, just know that I'm truly and deeply sorry for whatever happened to you. And I wish I could have helped. If you're the perpetrator of the atrocities that happened and are happening down here, know that I'm also truly and deeply sorry for whatever happened to you. But I will not let this stand. You're not going to play with me and my friends like this. They're too good. And he's going to turn and try and walk out of the room again.
You walk out into the lighthouse.
Nice.
Hello, my friend.
Hi.
Last thing you saw, you walked into a black obsidian cave.
All right, Flo,
There's no flow.
well, at least she listened to me. All right. Do I see semblance of where I'm at, or if there's any attunement to the alignment to
No.
lighthouse? Nothing. I'll try to pick whatever direction I think is forward and walk forward.
You begin to walk forward, and your journey is rather silent. It is a silent cave. There may be some echoes of the movement in here, or anything you utter to yourself, but you come across a hole in the wall, people-sized. You could call it a room if you wanted to, but it is a hole, and it is glowing.
I'll walk towards the hole and look towards the light source.
It is cold.
The hole in the wall, if I were to look down into it, does it look like it has a bottom?
Yes.
I'll step into it.
You
Make sure
are.
it gives to my weight.
It does. Don't worry. You are immediately flushed with a cool air that calms you down. And the closer you get to the glow, the more you can feel the moisture on your own body rise up like bubbles.
This is nice.
glow begins to fade, and you see an etching. You can pick it up if you want.
Absolutely.
Turn behind you and pick one up. You can describe what it looks like to you.
I see a singular eye peering through what I can only imagine to be some bit of smoke that is coming from a fire that is placed underneath it.
Beautiful. And that is all you find in this people-sized hole.
Interesting.
This place offers a lot of serenity. The silence and not necessarily being enclosed, but the fact that there's enough of a draft and a wind. I breathe a lot easier than I do. And I'll take a second to soak it in before I'll make my way out.
Flo, you are alone.
I'm in the cave.
You are in the lab.
The lab. Okay. I am fully having a panic attack. I think just collapsed because my best friend just screamed the most haunting bullshit I've ever heard in my life at me. And I try one more time because this is also, I've heard Quincy, but he hasn't heard me. Is there anyone who can hear me? Please. Anyone, I'll take Angie at this point.
Flo?
Finn?
You okay?
Finn, oh my god, oh my god.
Flo,
oh my
are you
god.
okay? What's going on?
No, everything's so terrible.
Whoa.
There's, everything is going terribly. You
Okay.
need to get somebody down here now.
Okay, breathe.
I'm trying. I'm
Okay.
trapped in this stupid lighthouse. It's upside
Are
down
you
and everything's
safe?
collapsing. No, Charlie just harassed me. And then
What?
disappeared into thin air. I don't think that was Charlie, but it was
Okay.
Charlie. There's
Okay,
no reason
okay.
to. What isn't Charlie?
Okay, find a touchstone. Find something that you know is always the same. You know will never change. Find it.
I look around the lab and I find the cotton.
You find the cotton.
And I grip it in my hand and I'm like massaging it.
Okay. Whatever it is, you are real and you are here, and that is real and you are there.
Okay.
Okay?
You were right, Finn. I shouldn't have come here.
No.
I'm not equipped to be in Candela. I'm not supposed to be here, and I think everything I'm doing is gonna get my friends killed. And it's all my fault.
Flo, it's not your fault, Flo. It's not your fault. And you know it's not your fault.
It feels like it's my fault.
I know it feels like
I don't
it's
know
your
how
fault.
it's not.
You didn't... I don't know. You didn't cause anything that's happening.
I didn't cause it, but I'm not fixing it. I'm supposed to fix it, Finn.
Oh my god. You don't have to fix problems, Flo.
I do. I've always had to fix problems, Finn. You know that. I'm here to fix a problem.
Flo, you can't fix everything. And that's okay.
It doesn't feel okay. Not at this scale, not at this size. There's scary shit happening here.
I know.
What's the status of the sub? We need something down here with us now.
Nothing's coming, Flo.
What do you mean nothing's coming?
We talked to Captain. I know you told us not to, but we talked to Captain. I didn't know how to get anything across without the assistance of someone else who was higher up in Candela. He doesn't think there's a way for us to get down to you without alerting them. We'd have to even if we tried to sneak, they would follow us. He swears he hasn't told anyone, but that's what he said.
Oh, he swears. That's great, Finn. That's perfect. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean.
You're fine.
I don't know how we're gonna get out of here. We tried to get the blue tail, and I'm what can only be described as I've never seen a phenomenon before. Today, Finn. Everything that happened to get me into Candela happened to you.
I know.
I'm way out of my depth here. And I'm just a gardener.
You're not just a gardener. You are my sister. I don't give a shit what that phenomena said or did. You are my sister.
Yeah.
So you kick its ass, and you hold whatever the fuck you found, or whatever you need to find in the future. Just because we can't get a sub down there doesn't mean we can't get you out, okay? Captain's gonna look into some of the files that he can find in Candela. He doesn't know anything about you guys being alive or stuff like that either, and if he's that high up and they didn't tell him, then maybe they really think you're dead. Maybe this isn't Candela you're dealing. I don't know, but we're gonna see what we can find from them and figure out what's going on and where you are. Did you find anything? Did you learn anything?
Through mysterious circumstances, we learned that the body you found was Angie. Who we're talking to, we don't know.
Okay.
The lighthouse has been changing and shifting. I don't know if it's actually the lighthouse that's shifting, but me and Charlie have just been walking down a black obsidian hallway made of dark, dripping cave wall while being in the lighthouse. I don't know. We've been seeing things, we've been hearing things, and...
Wait. Go back. What did it change to?
A glassy obsidian black cave tunnel. Drippy, wet. Not the lighthouse, but is the lighthouse.
That sounds familiar. I don't remember. I don't remember, but that sounds familiar from one of the books I was studying. Okay, black obsidian caves.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll go try and find something in Candela's archives. I'll tell them it's for an assignment they're sending us on, and I'll see what I can find.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You okay?
No.
Fair enough.
What's up with Ferris?
Yeah, he told me he talked to you this morning. He's got a big mouth.
It's fine. It's more than fine. I'm happy to reconvene with you guys soon.
Yeah, we'll have you back. We'll have a good old family dinner.
Yeah. Family dinner. I love you. I gotta go.
Okay. Call me if you need to.
You know I will.
Love you, Flo.
Love you.
That is where we will end for today.
Oh. Woof.
That was a blast.
That was crazy.
That
That got crazy.
Thank you all for joining us for this episode of our Candela Obscura, The Decaying Light. We've got a few more to go, so join us on the journey. I'm going to go around the table. Everybody's going to tell you their name, their pronouns, and where you can find them. And hopefully we'll see you, or you'll hear us, next time for the next episode.
Indeed. I am Tom Marshall. My pronouns are he, him, and you can find me at Tom Marshall on Facebook or Tom Marshall VA on Instagram.
My name is Molly Boozell. My pronouns are she, they, and you can find me at MMBK Illustrations on TikTok.
My name is Jason McGloin. My pronouns are he, him, and I am Jason McGloin on Facebook.
I'm Nate Marcum. My pronouns are he, him, and you can find me at Nate31464 on Instagram.
Excellent. Thank you all very much for joining us here today. We will see you or hear you or whatever the fuck next time on the next episode. Goodbye!
Bye!
Bye.